Today, Sayadaw will talk about the Piti Sambojjhanga, the enlightenment factors, or the Piti, rapture, gratification, or blissfulness. So, Piti here means gratification, satisfaction, or contentment. So that's definitions of the Pali word, Piti. It is of 5 kinds, as mentioned earlier talks. Kotika Piti, the first one is Kotika Piti, minor happiness. And number 2 is Kanika Piti, and moment by moment happiness, or momentary happiness. Number 3 is Aukantika Piti. It is the happiness that cover up the whole body. Is like the showering, so showering happiness. And then number 4 is Ubeka Piti, is uplifting happiness. This kind of happiness lift at the body or limbs. And then number 5 is Parana Piti. This is infusion happiness, overwhelming happiness. So this kind of happiness is very obvious during the progressive insight. When we develop this number 5 happiness, we are very happy during the sitting practice, and also happy during the walking practice, or whatever activity we do, we are mindful happily, and with the gratification. That is Parana Piti, overwhelming happiness, or infusing happiness. Happiness infuses the whole body. And the Piti, this gratification, gratifying mental state, its own characteristics. Its characteristic is Sampiyayana Lakhana, the gratification or gratifying is its characteristics. And its functions. Function is infusing. It's infuse or diffuse the whole body. And also it's give rise to the healthy mind and body. So the healthy blood circulation, healthy physical phenomena take place thanks to this kind of the Piti, gratification. So when yogis have this kind of Piti gratification, even if yogi has disease, that may be cured, or the disease, even though they may have it. And then the manifestation is manifests itself to the yogi as floating in the air. It's very light. Yogi may feel as if he or she were floating in the air. So in this regard, Mahasi Sayadaw composed a poem in Burmese. Sayadaw recited it. So the Piti, this Dhamma gratification or Dhamma happiness, is incomparable to any kinds of worldly pleasure. In Pali, it is described as Amanusirati, this celestial happiness or the blissfulness beyond worldly pleasure, Amanusirati. So we have ever experienced several kinds of the sensual pleasure by seeing, from seeing or hearing, or from the food we eat, and touching and so on. So any kinds of sensual pleasure cannot compare to this kind of Dhamma gratification, Dhamma pleasure. So it even compared to a peacefulness or Nibbana, even though it is not really Nibbana indeed. So in Dhammapada it is Sayadaw Samasati Khandana Uriyabhyam, so on. So by observing mental and physical phenomena arising and passing away, there arises gratification that is comparable to Amata Nibbana. So in this case, what's really important for a yogi is to observe it as it is, without taking delight in it. So we have to note it, the happy or gratifying, and so on. We have to note it the concurrently and precisely. Otherwise, we cannot go beyond this. We cannot go further than this. We may stagnate there for a week or a month or a year, or even the many years. We may be stagnant at this stage. We may no longer go beyond this stage. So it is very important for a meditator at this stage to be mindful of this piti and dhamma gratification without taking too much delight in it. So in the Satipatthana Sutta, the Buddha said, Sandawa Ajadam Piti Sambhojengang Atime Ajadam Piti Sambhojengang, and so on. The meaning is when we have developed Piti, Dhamma gratification, we should be aware we have Piti. If we have not yet developed the Piti, we should be aware we have not developed yet. And in this regard, to develop such gratification or piti, yoniso manasikara, the correct mindset, is recommended to keep by the Buddha. So this piti is very helpful to bring about the healthy physical phenomena and a healthy mind and a body. So to develop such a healthy mental state, the correct mindset is very important. In this regard, the resolution here is taken as the correct mindset. We have to make strong resolution to develop, to give rise to an origin piti and then to perfect the origin piti. That's directly mentioned in the Pali text. In the commentary, there are 11 kinds of the supportive condition for us to develop. So altogether there are 12 conditions for us to meet, so that we can develop the piti. Among the 11 supportive conditions for the piti to develop, the first one is Buddha Nusati, the recollection or the inspiring qualities of the Buddha, like EDB saw in Pali and so on. So it will be quite difficult for general people who never learned about the Buddha, who never study the qualities of the Buddha. They never learn the Buddha's qualities in Pali, and they cannot recite the Iddhipada and so on. So it will be quite difficult for such people. But in brief, in essence, we can, the way we can recollect one of the quality of the Buddha is to think about the Buddha's freedom from the mental defilements. So we ordinary people are greedy and selfish, and we are anger and hatred. So because of insatiable desire, we never content with what we have. So we are always tortured by the insatiable desire, discontentment, and greed. So very stressful life we live because of this greed, desire, insatiable desire. From the early morning till the late evening, we work hard for the purpose of the blissful life. So that greed, insatiable desire is very stressful. They bring about very stressful life. And anger, hatred, impatience, frustration, and these are also very torturous, as tormenting us. Because of anger, we become unkind and cruel and hostile, very torturing. And here and there we can see the homeless people. They may be educated, but they cannot overcome their desire or anger or hatred or delusion. They are not aware of their mental defilements. They cannot keep their mind under control. So, in the end, they may enter as a homeless people. So these lobha, dosa, moha, basically three kinds of unwholesome mental states are torturing and unwholesome, unhealthy, and a very stressful life. So the Buddha, he has eradicated or get rid of all kinds of mental defilement like lobha, dosa. So that's why the Buddha is honored as a Arahant. So Arahant means the one who has overcome or eradicated all kinds of mental defilements such as insatiable desire, hatred, and delusion, and so on. So because of these qualities, the Buddha is worthy of respect and honor. So we should recollect this quality of the Buddha. Buddha is totally purifying all mental defilements. He is worthy of respect and honor because of that. So keeping this fact in our mind, we should recite, or we may recite Arahant, Arahant, Arahant. That's the inspiring quality of the Buddha. So that is how to develop this meditation. And in Burma, we have very famous pagoda known as Maha Muni. It is gilded with a gold flake. And when this statue was brought from the other state to the Upper Burma, this statue is Buddha statue is not that big. But for years, people put the gold flake on it every day, many hours, continuously. So now the Buddha statue become bigger and bigger, fatter and fatter. So now even gain a lot of weight, and people wash his statue face every morning. Is Upper Burma in Burma. So that's a statue. So we have to recollect the real qualities of the real Buddha. And like the Arahant, the real Buddha is fully purifying of mental defilement. He has no greed, selfishness, or anger, or hatred, something like this. So the Buddha is really Arahant. He is really worthy of honor. We have to recollect these inspiring qualities of the Buddha. Then we can feel inspired, and we may develop the Piti. And when we develop Piti, don't forget to note it. Piti or gratification or happy accordingly. And then we can see the Piti itself is a changing moment by moment, rising and passing away moment by moment. In this way, by observing Piti itself, we can develop progressive vipassana insight until Megaphala enlightenment. So this is the purpose for which we develop the recollections of the Buddha. So number 2 supportive condition is Dhammanusati, recollection of the inspiring qualities or Dhamma. So Dhamma is of 6 qualities. So maybe the Dhammanusati, Dhamma quality may be mentioned in this booklet. It would be good if it is mentioned in this booklet, yogi can read it. But Sayadaw, he said he cannot read English. So you're not very sure whether in this booklet there is the qualities of Buddha or Dhamma and Sangha. If this booklet should complete with the qualities of the Tubajam. And so the Dhammanusati is the 6 qualities or the Dhamma. Out of the 6 qualities, Sayadaw would like to explain one important quality, inspiring quality of the Dhamma. It is the immediate benefit or instant benefit. Dhamma always brings us immediate benefits. So when we develop mindfulness, we are aware of our own mind and body, mental states, and then we can keep mental defilements away from us or under control. So that's the immediate benefits. At least we can gain from the meditation practice, the Dhamma. So that's Dhamma always bring us immediate benefit. And also every moment of mindfulness is supportive for the progressive vipassana insight until the Megaphala enlightenment. So in this way, Dhamma is always beneficial and always bring us immediate benefit. That's inspiring quality of the Dhamma, one of the 6 qualities of the Dhamma. We may recollect this Dhamma quality, and then we may feel the happy, and we may arouse the gratification. And then Sangha's qualities of the Sanghas and noble people. There are monks and nuns and noble people. They undertake the noble practice. So we think about, we recollect this quality. The Sangha quality is of 9 kinds. We may recollect, we may contemplate the first quality. That is the monks undertake the noble practice. And then number 4, supportive condition is to recollect the qualities of our virtue, our morality. We keep precepts and we don't break precept. So we are pure of the moral mistakes, moral wrongdoing. So recollecting our virtue, we can become gratified and happy. At least during the retreat, we won't break any precept. We should recollect this virtue. Maybe some of us undertake precept from the day or very young or childhood or maybe many years. So we should recollect we are the pure and we are virtuous. And recollecting all this virtue, we can feel gratified and we can develop the Piti. And when we develop Piti, don't forget to observe it, to note it, Piti, Piti, and so on. And then number 5 is recollection of our generosity or generous deed, generous action, dana or donation. And we may have offered or donated before, and many things. Maybe the dana we have done, maybe worth of the $100 or the $1,000 or the many thousands, something like this. We have accumulated a lot of the generous deeds by donating, supporting, contributing to the meditation center or number of organizations, and here and there, something like this. And we may offer or sponsor the breakfast or lunch during the retreat, and we donate the means to the meditators, noble people. So these are dana, we call jaga, and generous deed, deed of generosity. So by recollecting our deed of generosity, we can feel gratified and happy. So number 6 is Devata Nusati, the recollection of the qualities of the Devata. So there are the heavenly beings, celestial beings. They are people who have accumulated the wholesome deeds and are reborn there as a celestial beings. So they are possessed of the special qualities like the factful faith, morality, sila, and sudha, the knowledge or the teaching, and then jaga, the deed of generosity, and wisdom. Because of these qualities, they were reborn there as a celestial beings or devata. So as a yogis, we have faith, and we have good virtue, morality, and we learn Buddha teaching and generous, and we develop insight. So here yogis are possessed of the same qualities as the deva, heavenly beings. So recollecting these qualities, we can become happy and develop the piti. And then number 7 is recollection of the qualities of nibbana, ultimate peacefulness of nibbana. So it's also quite difficult, but generally we can recollect the quality of nibbana compared to in comparison with our stressful life and stressful body. This body is always afflicted by several kinds of different kinds of dukkha and suffering, and always tortured by several kinds of pain, illness, ache, numbness, and diseases, always afflicted with the pain and suffering. So nibbana, there is no physical phenomena, no physical body. So nibbana is peaceful. So recollecting this quality of nibbana, we may feel happy and gratified with our practice. So by observing the piti itself, we can develop the progressive vipassana insight up to Megaphala enlightenment. So number 8 is not to associate with people who have no faith in the Dhamma. And then number 9 is to be associated with the people who have strong faith in Dhamma. And number 10 is resolution. We have to make resolution to develop piti based on progressive vipassana insight. And then number 11 is to contemplate or to recollect inspiring the Dhamma discourses. So we may learn the Dhamma discourses, we listen Dhamma discourses, and we should recollect these Dhamma discourses and arouse the gratification or happiness, piti. So in this way, we have the one condition to develop piti, that is the correct mindset. And 11 supportive conditions according to the commentary, in addition to the mindset. Altogether, we have 12 supportive conditions for the development of the piti. So it doesn't mean we have to develop all 12 conditions to be met. Actually, one of the 12 conditions, we can select whatever suitable to us. And we just trying to meet one of the 12 qualities. Then we can accomplish our purpose. So this piti sambojjhanga, the enlightenment factor or the piti, gratification or happiness, is expounded by Mahasi Sayadaw in very detail and many days. So we have many things to explain here. Here, the one of the incidents Sayadaw mentioned regarding Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra. When the Buddha given Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra, the first sermon, there is a Deva, the celestial being called Sattagiri Deva, a divine being. He was so happy to listen the Buddha's first sermon. And his closest friends, his best friend is called Himawada, divine being, Deva, angel. And he looked around whether his best friend around there, he didn't see the Himawada Deva. So this Sattagiri Deva very eager to share this Dhamma with his best friends, Himawada. So he rushed to the Himawada mountain where his best friends stayed or lived. And then the Himawada Deva, the spirit also thought about his friend Tathagiri, because the mountain he lived full of trees, blue and blossom, so beautiful on that very day, amazing. So he want to share very beautiful mountain site with his best friend Sattagiri. So he also rushed to Sattagiri Deva. They met on the way. That is in the sky. Right underneath is the house belong to the lady called Kali. It is a Rajagaha city. So they are met above the Kali's house. And the Tathagiri Deva said, "Oh, my friends, I just listened Dhamma talk. The sermon is amazing. I want you to listen. There's a Buddha appeared." And then Tathagiri, Himawada is disbelief. Oh, there are many people, many beings, they claim they are Buddha. So it's difficult to decide whether he is really Buddha or fully enlightened, supremely enlightened one. We don't know. So he want to check whether the Buddha is real or is a fake. So he checked with some Buddha's quality whether he was really purifying or mental defilements, whether he was really arahant, he really purifying or mental defilements, whether he was really fully enlightened, that he has possessed all the all-knowing knowledge, Sammasambuddha. So he checked with the Tathagata Deva regarding the Buddha's qualities. Then Tathagata Devas, they really happy to give answer. Oh, of course, this is a real Buddha. He was fully enlightened. He was completely purified or mental defilement, something like this. They share the Buddha's qualities. And then the lady Kali, she overheard. She was expecting a baby. So she was at that time she was in a balcony, and so she overheard two devas talking about the Buddha's quality. So she didn't know who really Buddha is, but the qualities of Buddha is very inspiring. Listening the qualities of the Buddha, she was very inspired and very happy. She is not someone ordinary. She is someone who has possessed all the parami, the mature parami, the spiritual potential. So she herself observed the piti, the happiness, and she saw the piti arise and pass away. That's how she developed progressive vipassana insight. And then she became on that very spot the Sotapanna. She attained the first stage of enlightenment. And after that, she gave birth to the son who was would be Arhat, later known as Tathagata Sona, one of the well-known Arhats during the Buddha time. So now time is up, so Sayadaw has no time to talk about this Venerable Tathagata Sona. When the conditions are met, Sayadaw may talk about this Venerable Tathagata Arahat. So this lady is the first lady among others who became enlightened. So she is the first one who became enlightened before any lady else. So she was honored by that quality. So this lady was honored as the foremost among the ladies who became enlightened, as documented in the Pali text. So it is very inspiring to think about such a lady. So now, in conclusion, as usual, Sayadaw said all psychophysical phenomena belong to the Sayadaw himself and everybody else here, and all the living beings on earth are suffering because they are subject to old age, sickness, and death. And attachment to those phenomena are called the cause of suffering. And the cessation or attachment is Nibbana. The development of mindfulness, which is our eightfold factors, is the right path to the Nibbana. So may you all be able to develop the continuous mindfulness like the Lady Kali until you reach the realization. That's all for today. So